to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending peace shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Abasia ya ya, chukua miama inokwaya. Abasia ya ya, chukua miama inokwaya. Abasia ya ya,
Have little
chukua
brain,
miama inokwaya.
little brain.
Chukua miama inokwaya.
Think very well, reason very well. They want to Islamize, they want to kill. We need to go, we need a freedom. We need a Biafra restoration. Abasaya, Chukwa Biama Inobaya. United Nations declare them wanted because they want to kill us. They want to wipe us. They want to finish us. Hey, Abasaya, they are the one. The Boko Harams. They are the one. Please declare them wanted. They are the liars. They are the cheats, thieves, and the criminals. Buhari, you are the one. Boko Haram, we know you. Israel, you are there. Support United Nations to declare them wanted. They want to Islamize us. They want to kill us all. They are the one who go around. They can't stop Biafra. They are the baboons and the monkeys. The people by their side, they are liars. Biafra now. Come and join us. Biafra is real. They want to Islamize us. They want to kill. We are the ones. The Boko Harams. Mohammed Buhari, the president of the zoo. You are a failure. You cannot stop us now. We know you. We know you. Stop propaganda. Stop hypocrisy. Stop imposture. Stop sabotage. Come and join Biafra now.
Yes, of course, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. Radio Biafra Extra is streaming live this evening through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo. Of course, Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete in Anambra State, Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. If you have not been there, certainly I do not expect you to understand how it feels or the implication behind those words. I am George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, Anyoma Nation, and of course Delta State, Biafra land. And as always on this very segment, we will continue to do what we are destined to do, what we are ordained to do, what we are led to do, what we are called to do, nothing more, nothing less. We will explore every avenue. And of course, I welcome my viewers and listeners across the globe. And I must tell you, in a very short time, our relay stations will be up and running across Nigeria. And of course, you can get out on satellite, our TV platform, everything is, in fact, we are not relaxing. We must ensure that together we'll get Biafra for ourselves. A free nation that cannot be influenced by any form of corruption. And so I welcome you this evening. And those who have made it possible for us to come on air, I want to appreciate you. I may not begin to mention your name here this evening, but then posterity will judge all of us. And karma, as always, will do his work. And so I step aside to acknowledge the Creator. And as always, I say to him this evening, Anyị na-aja gị mma maka n'eziokwu ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi ịmakwa n'inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma ise. And of course, this evening, some of our brethren from Biafra land are waiting for us already. They have one or two contributions to make. But as always, I will have to present a topic, very brief, which is simply titled, What are your motivating factors when it comes to the issue of Biafra? What are your motivating factors? A lot of pro-Biafran groups are out there doing what they can to ensure that Biafra is restored. And I believe and I know each of them have a motivating factor. There is something that pushes somebody. There is something that motivates them. And now this is a rhetorical question to all Biafrans who are listening. If you are part of those people who have made effort one way or the other to fight for the restoration of Biafra, something must be the motivating factor. Something must have moved you. Tonight we need to remind ourselves about those motivating factors. I came across a newspaper headline in Nigeria today, Punch newspaper to be precise, and so many of them, and it baffles me. Let me take time and read some of them out, and then you see what motivates Nigerians. When you see people saying they are Nigeria, something motivates them. Let's look at some of their Punch newspaper headline today, being the 8th of the month of March 2021. The first one, they say health workers list uncertainties surrounding vaccination in Kano, Osho, Delta, and 8 other states in Nigeria. All this is about to steal money. We spent 966 billion naira on pipeline repair. NNPC reply, AUGF. This is the what motivates them. Soldiers shot motorcyclists dead during operation with NDLEA operative. This is what motivates them. EFCC invite Ondo State Speaker Clark over alleged fraud. This is what motivates Nigerians. EFCC helped to retrieve 11 billion naira in bank, 6 billion stolen naira from NHIS. This is what motivates them. Power sector loses 59.33 billion naira. This is what motivates them. Why we are determined OPC member who arrested Oyo State Police. This is Nigeria. WAEC delete 30 Benue schools over exam malpractices. This is Nigeria. Police raid Lagos community, arrest 56 suspect cultist member. This is what motivates them. Women accuse police of demanding 200,000 after releasing missing child to an imposter. This is Nigeria. Unrepentant looting happening under Buhari watch, says PDP. This is Nigeria. And now if I begin to go through all of them, one can be able to find out what motivates Nigerians. And so when people say we are Nigerian, we are proud Nigerian, watch them closely. Somewhere along the line, they have something to gain. Not all of them anyway. And that is why even tonight I have to lend my voice to those who are not among these people. You have to come back. But that having been said, we need to begin to ask ourselves questions. We, the Biafran people, we need to begin to ask ourselves questions. When it comes to this issue of Biafra, what motivates us? I'm not talking about those who don't even understand what you are doing. I'm not talking about those who are there deceiving people that they are fighting for our freedom. And I'm talking about you who feel the pain. Most of you in diaspora, feel your pain. Most of you, survival of the genocide 1967-1970, will feel your pain. We know your position. And here on Biafra Human Rights Radio, I, George Onyibe, alongside all the Biafran watchmen, will tell you nobody will sell the next generation. We will never back down. We continue pushing. We will do everything that is within our power. And then when we come, you will not see us. What motivates you? It is important you answer yourself this question today. A lot of Biafran agitations has been adopted by the Nigerian police as we speak this very day. A lot of them will be killed. But you will only hear, they are killing also, they are arresting also. But if we review to you situation and circumstance behind them, in fact, most of them have been abandoned by Nnamdi Kanu. The one in Ebonyi State now, if I tell you what they went to do, it will shock you. The one they pick in Imo State, it will shock you. And the point is that the people who send them will abandon them. And if we will begin to set ourselves up, what is actually motivating us? Is it our monthly due? Is it the money we have raised to save our land? Sometimes we need to tell ourselves the truth. When we are taking example of people, or if we want to understand what we are truly saying tonight, I want us to take example from the Bible setting, the heroes of faith. There are thousands of prophets who were faithful to God, and all of them did it for one reason. They never came together looking for God for the same purpose. The reason Abraham was a friend of God is not because of why John the Baptist was there. All of them have reason, genuine reason, why they were committed to the things of God. If we take example from them, you discover that at the end of the day, they call him different name. Some say it's Jehovah Shammah. Some say it's Jehovah Jireh. Some say it's Jehovah Nisi. Some say it's Jehovah Elohim. Some say it's Jehovah Sikenu. They call him different name. But if you check the name they each called him, it depends on the motivating factor that brought them to the Creator. If you look at, for instance, Abraham. Abraham has absolute faith in the confidence, the promise of God. He was almost 70 years without a child. And then for some reason, God made a covenant with him. The term of the covenant is that I'm going to give you a son. Leave your parents home. Then Abraham was married to his own sister Sarah. Both of them have to leave. And when they got to where they were going to, from age of 72 to 90 years, which is approximately almost 20 years or thereabout, they didn't have a child. Within these 20 years, do not think Abraham demonstrated absolute faith before God. He just needed his son. That was the motivating factor why he followed God. But something happened along the line. Along the line, Abraham pregnanted Hagar as a result of a mutual arrangement between him and the wife. And then he was a little bit relaxed and said, after all, if God didn't give me the child he promised, Ishmael is here to take over the blessing. But then when he least expected, God gave him a son, Isaac. And so Abraham was not afraid to kill Isaac, because he knew the age which God gave him a son, he has passed that age. And so even though God killed his son, God can give him another son, or even better still, raise up his son from the dead. And so he had been able, that single act made him to develop a driving factor that made him have undivided faith for God. And he was called a friend of God. After that encounter, Abraham's life never remained the same again. He stood for God. He stood by God. He became the covenant bearer. He incorporated, he initiated, he indoctrinated his sons after him into this idea. And so Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, even unto Joseph, were motivated by the covenant God had with their father. And then someone else came up along the line whose name is Moses. The burden, the pain, he couldn't withstand seeing his people being treated as a beast of burden. He couldn't bear it. Of course, he's a prince of Egypt, heir to the throne of Egypt. Because if Moses has dragged for the throne of Egypt, Ramses would not have been able to take over the throne, because even the Pharaoh itself have love for Moses more than his very son, flesh and blood, Ramses. But then the Bible says that Moses, he rejected the throne of Egypt. He forsook Egypt. He chose to be a shepherd. He went to the land of Media. He became a slave This is a man who was decorated as the conqueror of Ethiopia. Go and look at the world history. Ethiopia is in Africa. There is no civilization that has been able to conquer Ethiopia. You can come from the days of the Babylonians to the Grecians or the Persians. You can come to the time eras of the Romans or the colonial masters. Nobody could conquer Ethiopia. But one of the secret titles of Moses is the conqueror of the Ethiopians. And that is to tell you the great things he has done in his time, which is enough for him to become anything he wants to become. But the Bible says he forsook all of them. There is a driving factor inside him concerning his people. He rather missed the mud with them than to stay on the throne of Egypt. That is his motivating factor. That was why, no matter what they did, no matter the frustration they gave to him, there is no greater intercessor like Moses. How many times has God called Moses and say, you leave my front, I'm going to kill all these people, and I will raise a new generation that you will lead into Israel. In one of those instances, the Bible recorded that Moses stood between the living and the dead. I can tell you that is what we are doing here. We are standing between the living and the dead. He will say to God constantly, you can't kill them. Dathan is there frustrating me, but then don't kill them. My brother Aaron betrayed me, but then don't kill him. Most of these people are stiff-necked individuals, but don't kill them. If you kill them, they will say you cannot lead them to the promised land. And so, you see the motivating factor of Moses. It's not the weakness of his people. But he needed them to be replanted. And then he was the one God used to create a system. And today we talk about commandments that is recognized almost by every religion. You call it 10 commandments. But of course, the Bible in its complete term has 1,010 commandments. But within these 10 commandments, every older one came. It became the governing influence of the people of Israel. And if they begin to trace where they are coming from, the ability to preserve everything they know about themselves gave them an edge today. Israel, as you know today, may not have come out to say they are among the world powers. But the world powers understand that they are equal to the task. You talk about those who has ammunitions, nuclear weapons, military hardware or software. Name them. But they never boasted one day. They keep preparing themselves. They understand the true principle of life. And then men and women of Israel today who stand to defend Israel are not doing it on the expense of anybody. Not to undermine anybody, but just to exhibit one single fact that they have the right to live and to remain alive. That is their driving factor. And so whatever necessary, they continue to do it. And then we as a people, the people of Biafra, has gotten to a stage where we need to ask ourselves a simple question. When you say you're fighting for Biafra, what is your motivating state? Some people come and say, no, he's infallible. He's this one. He's that one. And so anything he does, he has to be so. This is a nation we're talking about. Nobody is infallible. We can only respect ourselves. And then I begin to suspect people like that. What is your driving factor? What is your motivating factor? And so we come on the Facebook with ginger. But at the end of the day, is that why we are here? And so if you're listening to me, you don't have a genuine driving factor within you while you are involved in this agitation. My brother, park your motor very well and leave the stage. You will get injured. Because today, we don't have any regret. Because we have made up our mind. We know why we are here. We damn the consequence, which we already know. And sometimes I sing, I have no regret in working for Biafra. I have no regret in working for Biafra. It is the land of the rising sun, the city of the Most High, who makes all impossibilities to become possible. He makes all impossible to become possible. No regret. That's why I think we're going to do like this. No. You don't know what drives us. If you know, you won't make the mistake you have made in the past. And believe me, it's just a matter of time. We come slowly, steadily, surely, just like the word of God. We will get to our destination. But do not forget, something drives us. And I believe, because I don't want to spend much time on this topic, but then we will be able to bring in our brothers who are standing by already. Now, having used the Bible as a way to make you understand what they are doing, today it is necessary we check our mind to really find out what the motivating factor behind our actions are in regard to this Biafra agitation. And now, number one, some persons, the driving force is their hatred for injustice, which is characterized by our daily activities in the Nigerian state. Some of us, what drives us is our hatred for injustice. I have seen people. If you have read about the story of the legend they call Robin Sherwood, what drives him is he can't see the rich live in affluence and then the poor live in the marsh. He couldn't bear it. He would have gone, married his wife, then become a farm boy somewhere at the outskirts of the town. He would have lived a peaceful life and dead by now, and nobody would have known him. But the driving force is, he said, I won't watch my people go hungry. Why the kings rob them even from the little they have. He risked his wife, according to legend. He risked everything. He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor. He was a common criminal, ordinary thief in his time. But do you know what? And now he's a Robin Sherwood. They gave him beautiful name. This beautiful name defined what he did. And so we all know his driving force. There are a lot of you who are listening, a lot of you genuine Biafrans. You just can't tolerate it, believe me. I have seen things. If I don't have self-control by now, I would have gotten myself killed. I remember a single day, around Rumodomaya then in Port Harcourt, something happened. It was between the military and the civilian. I got involved. They were on convoy. More than 15 military men pulled their belt and dealt hell out of me. I refused to break. Lie down, jump there, I refused. And their boss was looking at us. I refused. And after maybe 30 minutes of brutalizing me, rough handling me, the boss from his tinted car, of course he should be Toyota Spider. He wind down and asked them to leave me. And he said, come here. I went to him. He said, what happened? I explained to him. And of course, as a genuine Homo sapien, as a genuine human being, he apologized to me and said, I'm sorry. And he asked his boys to get into the car. I could have gotten killed that very day. But these are issues that are not of mine. Some of this injustice of Nigeria meted against us, it gives some of us sleepless nights. And sometimes we feel like let's just scatter everything. But of course, believe we are not naive, neither are we ignorant. If we are not principled, we end up destroying more than we are pretending or intending to save. And so some of you, these are your driving factors. These are the things that motivate you. And then we have the people who are being driven by the level of undevelopment systematically introduced on our land. I will never stop appreciating the Creator for making me who I am. With the in-depth knowledge I have about our people spiritually and physically, if I have to close my eye in death now and God say, I want you to choose a country, I tell you I will not choose America. I will not choose China nor Japan. They have their own fair share of advancement, prosperity, but there is so much about us they can never understand. We become mystery to the world. They just cannot be able to disciple us. But the beauty there is that we are just like a diamond in the neck of a pig. We don't even know ourselves. And that is why when we gather our strength and put on Nnamdi Kanu, and then Nnamdi Kanu turn to God and want to rubbish all of us. And some of you are saying what you know nothing about. I don't blame you. We are mystery. They will not be able to solve us. They will make effort to destroy us. But we are here. Some people are not happy. Some people are comfortable. There are most Biafrans now, they give you money. Go and tie this road. You will embezzle the money. After all, it is a country of chop and chop. It's okay. But there are people who, in fact, the company I work for, the very project we are handling at this moment, is being sponsored by one man. He's a reverend father. And then people were like, he's doing this thing. We know it's that reverend father. Who is doing this thing? We know it's that reverend father. The reverend father has his own end of the community secured. But he just cannot be going to his house and looking at people like him on the shack. He took it upon himself. Spent millions of naira to make sure everybody around him is comfortable. This is human. If people like that are identifying with us, it is only for one reason. They want our land to be developed. I challenge Nigeria today. Allow us to develop our land. And then, within every tiny village across Biafra land, we'll give you a city better, 100 times better than Abuja in just 7 years. I don't want to over-exaggerate. We will give you a city within every tiny community in Biafra land that will leave Lagos into the Stone Age. You know this already. And so what do? They practically make sure that the construction of East-West Road will take almost a lifetime. I was a child when they started renovating the East-West Road. From one dispensation to another, from one government to another, till today, East-West Road has not been completed. If not for the love Babangida had for his adopted wife, Miriam, who was actually wife of Bongo Sikwe before they were kidnapped. You cannot be able to travel from Onitsha to Edo State, not to talk of going to Lagos. If you doubt what I'm saying, go to Abo, Uromi Junction, and then from there go to Abuja. From Uromi Junction to Gwangwarada, if your God is not with you, if you are not destroyed by armed robber, you will die by accident, or your vehicle will break down on the road. Well, these are deliberate attempts. The government of Buhari, the first thing he did was to shut down the airport in Delta State. Goodluck built the airport. He was commissioned some weeks later. Buhari take over government. And then Buhari came. The first project he did for Nigeria, yes, we are shutting down Delta State Airport. And people say, why? He said, because the runway is not wide. But these were constructed by supposedly international standard construction company. Engineers, including world-class technicians. How could it be possible? But then they got to do that because we have to remain poor. We have to remain poor. 3 months ago, cement was sold for 5,000 naira one bag in Nigeria. Nobody complained. They gave you cock and bull story. Today it is about 3,600 or thereabout. It's okay. But we give cement to Ghana and other countries, and they buy it even less than 2% of what we, the owners, buy. There are a lot of communities in Benue State. Go to areas like Ejide and Umbulu. You see these communities, they don't need cement. All they need to do is they pack sand from outside and start moving block. We have such communities in Ebonyi. And then with this God blessing, how could they allow us to buy cement as high as 500,000? Some people can't take this, and so it becomes the motivating factor that drives them in this agitation. We must learn to set our priority rights. The constant threat and attack on our identity as a people, it makes some people feel bad. And of course, in as much as I cannot reveal the mind of Enyin Naya Baribe, he remained one man who will not allow them to talk down on his own jurisdiction. He's been the most outspoken senator I have ever known in my life, who come up and speak for the interest of the people. He understands the consequence of what he's doing. And so if tomorrow they begin to victimize him, they begin to revenge him, understand why they are doing that to him. He may be a friend of Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't concern me. But there are things he's doing that goes beyond Nnamdi Kanu. These are people who don't want them to talk down on us. If I hate anybody, I am only reciprocating. Some people think, oh, he hates Yoruba. I don't hate Yoruba, but I hate what they do to us. I hate it. Those of you, we grow up in the same school. We know everywhere in the same school. We grow together. You know, I have never associated my name with English name. I have never. I will leave that story there. But Yoruba is the reason why I remove my native name and add English. I have said it many times. Because instead of me to give the job to me because I am Omibo, Oloshi Olori Buruku, I am Omoibo. Since I am Omoibo, I am Olori Buruku, I'm Oloshi. And some people say we got to move ahead. But we are not fighting them. We just don't want to pretend. I don't like anybody to deceive me. And honestly, I'm not telling you I feel the right way. We find ourselves in a country. One of the things I appreciate about what we have done in time past regarding this struggle is that we change the narratives. Before, when you listen to radio, oh, Igbo man steal this one, Igbo man carry talking, oh, Igbo man do this one, oh, Igbo man was did this one. But I have tried to read almost 90 news headlines from the Punch newspaper. They didn't mention Igbo because they know people will be online. They are online. It won't go down. That is why those of you trying to shut me down, oh, you got to live in Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not going to live in Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has to apologize. He has to repent. If he fails to do that, one promise is that he will not betray another person again. He will not blackmail another person again. I told them. Those of you who don't know anything say, hey, because they remove you, so they remove me. Well, okay, why did they remove Uche Mefo? Did they remove Dr. Kado? Did they remove Obidi Obienu? Did they remove Dr. David Ezekwesili? Did they remove Onwoka? Did they remove those disciplined, principled, enlightened individuals? Some of them don't want problem. Because you don't want problem, so our generation will perish in the hand of deceptive individuals. No, we want problem. And that we have to do what we have to do by every means necessary, however, whenever, to ensure the nation will fight for. When he come, our children will sit and say, but all these people then stubborn, but then try you. They will praise Ojuku, then they appreciate Wazurike, and then they talk about the exploit of Nnamdi Kanu, and then they talk about those of us who confronted bloody men, even without Ojeshi, not to talk of bulletproof. When we fully know that if we die, nobody will take care of our family, but yet we did it. And then you are somewhere thinking you can control us. You cannot control us. You can only use us. We are weapons already. Don't try to control us. Just unleash us. And make sure you don't send it to the wrong direction. That is why most of the atrocity you people have committed against our people, it will boomerang. Forget about that, your oath. I have started in a spiritual mission. Everybody on that oath, I will neutralize all of them. All of you, if you like, be devil secret God, be everywhere. I will undo all of you. I am your destiny and I am your doom. And so some people, what drives them is the hatred for what Nigeria is doing to us. Go to any police station. Let's take a visibility study on this. Tell the writer too, as they are called. And can I see the name of those on the station list? They may not allow you to do. But check their record. If you are listening to me, you are a police, you are armed man. Check those people you lock in your prison or you're in dungeon, your detention center. You see, 99.9% of them are my people, Biafrans. A room that is less than 10 feet by 10 feet, I remember some time ago, we were more than 300 locked up there. All these are youths from Andoni in River State. They use gun to break off their head. They are just fish farmers. But they have to chase them out of their land and then say it's a government land or oil company land. The people say, no, this is the land of our ancestors. This is where we make our living. They set them up. They brought fake ID card, give to them, turned them to militant and armed robber overnight. And so after dehumanizing them, in fact, let me give you a counter. When I was arrested for agitation, one of the things they did to me then, they kept me. In fact, I never knew I have beard on my face because I always shave. But after a month without shaving, no even proper bathing, I look like Nebuchadnezzar. If you see me, then tell you say na me be Shekau. In fact, I was born looking guilty. If I see myself, almost every day they were snapping me. If I see myself, I go dey fear. Because I look like a real terrorist. They dehumanize you, and then imagine they bring me out and give me gun and say this is one criminal. And all of you say, yes, sir, it's a criminal. All these are our people. Look at his eyes, self. Look at his mouth, self. Don't you know we are fearfully and wonderfully made? So if we're ugly, does it mean that we are criminals? This is what they do to us. Some people are not happy about it. I encounter such people in most of this perilous journey. All our people cannot be stupid. They can't be foolish. And that is why we are beckoning on you. Those of you who your brain is still intact, we have to do what we have to do. Because the danger there, you are not ready for it. And of course, we look at some of us are being driven by the fact that we want a progressive society. There are a lot of things people can do. A progressive society. I have two members of my family. One of them brought up in America, another brought up in India. They were able to discover a lot of unbelievable scientific invention. Both of them are not mentally all right as we speak. Because when they say we want to go home, let's see how we can develop our place, and then before you know, they do something to them. I know many of them. They even, if you come home, they would give you 1 week to come. And if you say, let's confide on somebody on ground, they will eat your money. And so you are just frustrated. You wish Biafra will come. And so begin to drive you to do what you are doing. You are on the right path, my brother. At least if you cannot escape it, let's endeavor to see that our children will not go through that era. I know the mistakes, the errors of my ways. I have tried to live by the principle my father taught me. They keep me going to this very moment. But I have failed him and myself in time past, in different situations and circumstances. And then the best I can do for my children is to make sure they don't make the same mistake I have made. I will tell them what to believe. I will let them explore life itself. Because imagine what they will go through if we fail them. And so some people are getting involved in Biafra issue because they want to be a member of a progressive society. They know we have what it takes to be like China, for God's sake. And after all, will Japan be there if they didn't begin to change their orientation? Now, let me tell you, if you are listening to me, it doesn't matter the group you belong to. Whatever we are doing now is actually redefining the very fabric of our existence without our knowledge. Don't worry. A day will come, we will thank God for this. So, but for you to have such progressive society, Nigeria will never give you such privilege. And then, because of our time, like I said, we go to the final one. They need to provide secure future for the next generation. I can tell you this is the most important aspect. There is no more successful way to die than to die knowing that everything you labored for is safe and secured. Is safe and secured. When my father was around 56 or 57 years, he was having so many challenges. And I believe he never thought he would get up to 90, not to talk of pursuing 100. And so he started telling me story. You see this thing, it's like this. You see this thing, it's like this. You have to fight for it. I say, Father, I will do no such thing. If these things were my inheritance, I don't have to fight for it. Inheritance is given. It's not fought for. But when we begin to fight for it, we must be able to define why we are doing that. He thought I am naive. But I refuse to fight because I will kill the people I am supposed to protect. So I did not fight. But those war, I watched those people. For a while they reigned. They thought I didn't know anything. And when they discover I knew everything, that thought alone made them to run away. And I'm happy he's alive. And if he's dying now, he's very happy that what he feared didn't come upon him. You can imagine, you work 18 hours every day. You've never seen your mother for 20 years and she died. Almost 30 years you've not seen your father, he died. You can't even go to his burial. And all your investment is back here at home. And you have children who can't even pronounce your village. And then you are old. And then you call one of them and say, please, I want you to go to Nigeria. I said, Daddy, you just don't go there. Don't go there. I can't take it. And then you look at everything you have labored for. And then you begin to think, who takes it? How will it end? The same way we are talking now. If we don't understand what is happening, all of us, when we close our eyes in death, Fulani will take over our land. Invisible deputy vice president is telling you now that the 21 states has actually donated land to, if they have 21, how many remain? The same way all of us were here, they passed Sharia law into certain states. Gradually, they are using every means necessary to take our land. And they are empowered by the Nigerian government. Any country helping Nigeria to fight terrorists who claim not to know that Nigerians are the sponsors of these terrorists and they have Islamic agenda on ground. These are things we have been telling you all this while. And I imagine one day, people you know nothing about, people you don't understand their language, people whose culture is alien to that of yours, the owner of your village. Gradually, they are introducing Emir of Lagos, and all of you are keeping quiet. It's okay, oh, Emir Lagos. Is it America or London that went to visit Emir of Lagos? But then, Lagos belonged to the Benin people. An Oba is not a Yoruba name. Oba is a Benin name. And so that retired police commissioner who claimed to be the Oba of Lagos, he know they are all Yahoo Yahoo. And so Emir is using the same Yahoo Yahoo to Yahoo Yahoo them. It's just simple. They did abandon property. They used Igbo man to take it. And then they later gave it to Calabari. And then Nigeria finally took over it. So the Oba of Lagos does not exist. Go and look at the ancient name of Lagos. None of them is Yoruba. They are Benin. You look, for instance, you hear Oba Lende. It's saying this is where Oba brought us. It is Oba that kept us here. That is why go and look at people claiming to be indigenous of Lagos. Majority of them are from Ogun State. There is no Yoruba throne that answer Oba. Oba has one origin, and that is the ancient Benin Empire. And so what am I saying in effect? The Oba of Lagos do not have the legal backup in any way to resist Emir. And so Emir will be there. The same way, most of our monarchs that have been switched by incumbent government who do not have royalty running in them, who are not blue-blooded, the time they begin to install Emir in our land, these people cannot fight back because they know they are fake king. I am planning to go back to our root so that we look into all these things and we can be able to know where our problem is coming from. And so for the fan to know that everything we labored for is a waste, then why are we laboring? Now let me remind you something or tell you something. Do you know that almost 45% of people who survived the Biafran war, Biafrans who survived the Biafran war, who were victims of abandoned property, do you know that almost 50% of them died? Because before their very eye, everything they worked for was taken from them. They were going from court to another, adjournment to another, and 50% of them died. And more than 80% of their children I have encountered will just look at those cases and say, well, this used to be our house. My father died because of it. And I don't even know the case file. How do I follow up? They move on. A customer came to my factory some time ago. And then we were talking about Biafra issue. The guy is from Anambra. He got so furious and angry. And people were like, now Biafra, this man they talk. Why are you behaving like this? He left us, he left the office and went to his car. And then he was telling somebody, he said, do you know how many buildings my father have in Burukili? This Biafra, at the end of the day, they collect my father's house. My father go court till he die. Till today. You know how they feel if they see all those property where my father labor for? He said, I have to go to London. If not for my families that are here, I don't even give a damn about this place. You're telling me Biafra. And then I understand. These are the children of those victims. If he vests and he leave, things will worse. Those people he come to arrange things for, they will see more terrible things. That is why no matter what happens, we must continue pushing. We must continue fighting. Understanding that the first release of a sledgehammer on a concrete may not be the force that will pull down the wall, but it is a contributing factor. We must continue to awaken the consciousness of our people until we all come to unity of understanding that will eventually lead us to this freedom we long for. There are a lot of pro-Biafran group there, but you must join. In fact, I am asking you, look for Biafra Nation, Biafra Nation family, which I believe any moment from now, the coordinators will be announced. And then we can be able to recongregate ourselves. All of us with every other pro-Biafran group. Based on the driving factor that drives us, we will know how we can be able to save our land. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. We want to go home. And home we shall go.
It's Marco.
Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuagama. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. Yeah, the son of Belial is now eating grass instead of sucking blood. Oh yeah, remember I was a king in my homeland, but right now I am a slave. I am a servant in a foreign land. I wanna go back home and sit upon my throne. I wanna restore my dignity. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuagama. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. Our house has been on fire. That's why we run helter skelter on our land, yeah, vampires. And that is why we flee and scatter. We are gone, but not forever. 'Cause very soon we shall gather. Repatriation, repatriation away. I wanna go back home and sit upon my throne. I wanna restore my dignity. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuagama. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. Back home we see incarceration, we see subjugation, economic strangulation,
Yes, of course.
marginalized.
At this moment, I will release our line before I bring in our brothers. Our WhatsApp line remains 070815 45642. 070815 is our WhatsApp line, and then our direct line is 081221 52971 is our direct line. And of course, if you're calling outside Nigeria, you have to put +234. For the last time, the WhatsApp line is 070815 45642. And then the direct line is 081221 52971. And then let's go to this. Of course, those numbers are open, but let's go to people who are on the line. They have things to discuss with us. Can you hear me, watchmen? Can you hear me?
Yes, Master, we can hear you.
Good evening from here.
Hear you.
Good evening from here. And of course, the world is listening, and I stand by for whatever input or contribution you're about to make. And like I said to our audience across the globe, you're free to call in whenever you want. I stand aside, Brother Aslam. You tell the world who you are and what you represent, what your tidings are this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We thank you for the good work we are doing for our land. I still remember as Chidera Dogele, and as we are here to make sure that we keep everything that is not right in our land, we will continue doing that because Uh, well, I am Mazi Chidera Odogele from Akanitem. Akanitem is in Biafra land, reside in South Africa, Biafran, and under the leadership of Mazi Uchemefo Onyibe, and as a Biafran nation, we are here to make sure that we put our collective effort to make sure everybody join what we are doing, and also to bring our people together to make sure that we do the work together and debunk the lies that go against our people. We are everything. First of all, before I continue, I have to bring other people to introduce themselves. Then we can be able to take it from there. Let's go to the Diopa Eric. If you can hear me, introduce yourself to the world.
Good evening, my fellow Biafra watchmen. Good evening, Biafras all over the world. My name is Tok Bachukudi Eric. I hail from Manema province, based in Italy. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. You're welcome. Let's go to the Lola. Adara. If you can hear me, can you be able to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, Biafran watchmen and women. Good evening, Dr. Onyibe. Good evening, Mazi Chemefo, who has given us the child of circumstance to air our view and to tell our people the truth. My name is Ada Biafra from Ebonyi. Ebonyi State is Biafra land. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ada Biafra. We don't know where we continue doing what we are doing. To make sure that our people being educated and to make sure that our people understand the things that is going wrong in our land, so that they can be able to be free from the shackle of Cain. From this Cain, what we don't understand that going on in our land, again, we are making sure that we debunk every lie that have come to our way, so that we can be able to have our own land. Let's move down to my brother. If you can hear me, go ahead and introduce yourself, your mate, and your mate your line and introduce yourself.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. My name is Ansel Onyibe and I'm a member of the Biafra, and I'm reaching to you from the Johannesburg, South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Biafra Ansela. Next person, please. Can you go ahead? Can you go ahead?
Brother, well, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Can you hear me? back to you, Mazi Anselam. I hand over the microphone to you, Diopa Anselam. Go ahead.
All right, good evening, and welcome to this special edition of Radio Biafra Extra, anchored by George Onyibe, who is our leader in this struggle at this critical moment of our history. And I would like to ask each and every one of us, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, to understand the need for us to sustain the fight and never to give up in this part of a difficult life which we have found ourselves. We have nothing to lose, because at this particular point there is no going back. We have to do everything and use every tools in our disposal to make sure that we restore the dignity of our people. We must do everything within our power to make sure that we protect the life of our people and their livelihood, which is the primary cause of every nation, is to protect their life and the livelihood of its citizens. So I call all you Biafrans, do not cave in to threats or intimidation. I want all of us to come together and for us to fight a common enemy. This child of circumstance has given us the voice to say and contribute our quota to this struggle. We have a lot of things to discuss tonight. The most important thing among the list was the issue of oath taking as it was introduced in this struggle in IPOB, where all of us are coming from. Why is the oath taking introduced at the first place? For what purpose was it meant to serve to our people? And has the oath taking been able to protect the struggle and those who took the oath? This is one of the topics that we will be looking into as we progress in this program. Secondly, the life and those who have been victimized in this struggle, outside this struggle in Nigeria, because it doesn't matter where you are a victim is a victim. Those who have been abandoned in jail, those who were neglected of their injuries, those who were victimized even by the same fellow brothers who they are fighting the struggle with, and those who are the victim of the Nigerian government. All of them are victims of our freedom, and we have to look into their situation and see if there is any way we can help to alleviate their suffering or relieve their suffering as it concerns the life we are living today. Thirdly, the anarchy that has been partially initiated in some parts of Biafra land, the orders which have been given here and there, destroy your SIM card, destroy your phones, all those things, what impact is it going to have in the life of our people? Those who have been driven out of their home, not out of choice, but out of ignorance, because they have refused or they are not in the position to understand or to see the danger in their actions, fall victim in this particular issue. How do we explain to our people to understand that the worst thing that can ever happen to a people is what you use your hand to do to yourself. During the said Biafra war, Biafra fought a war of defense. It was not a act of provocation. Biafra did not provoke the Nigerian government to the war. But the current style that we are facing today, someone somewhere is leading the army from abroad without weapon, without allies, without second option. He doesn't even have first option. But because our people are so naive, some of them are so ignorantly stupid. I'm sorry to use this word, ignorantly stupid. But if you check it very well, when you're telling somebody that there is danger here, he sees danger there, but because he chooses not to accept or acknowledge the fact that there is danger, some people want one man to bring Biafra to them. And it's not done. You have to play your part, and I play my part. So as we progress, I would like us to look into this matter. I cannot be able to say it all at once, but as time goes on, we will be able to understand where we are failing, how we are failing, and try to find a way to remedy this situation. At this junction, I would like to ask my fellow comrade here, my brother and my leader, Joba Odogele, to please give us your takes on the situation concerning those of us who have been victimized, more especially in Biafran land. What can we do to help and soften their situation? Because a lot has been happening. Because we can't keep on elaborating on this thing has happened, the other one has happened. What can we do to help those who have been victimized until justice is served? Thank you. Over to you, Odogele.
Thank you very much, my brother, my fellow comrade, Diopa and Salam. I thank the moderator. I thank Diopa Judge Onyibe for making this avenue, this platform for us, and also to greet our own brother, our own father, Diopa Uche Mefo, and Solomon, all the whole lovers of freedom, Chimezie, all of you, Dr. Kado, Diopa, Obienu. I thank all of you for joining hand to bring this child of circumstance, because without this, our mouth, our voice, supposed to be under the carpet by now. Nobody is supposed to speak again the way things are going on. First of all, I would like to go to oath taking. You know, sometimes many of us don't understand the way the oath stand. Is a two-way sword. When you talk about the oath, if the leader go contrary against the oath, it means the oath is no longer functioning. If the leader betray the oath, it means everything concerning the oath has gone astray. Many of our people don't understand this. They still believing in that oath, but the leader normally mentioned. If you go back to that oath and read it very well, you understand that he said, Nnamdi Kanu will not betray you. Nnamdi Kanu will not say the struggle. And Nnamdi Kanu will not put your life in danger. And you will not put his own life in danger. But now, As things stand, Nnamdi Kanu has already put many lives in danger. Nnamdi Kanu is betrayed the struggle. Nnamdi Kanu has sold the struggle. It means the oath is no longer valid. That's what I want our people to understand concerning the oath, because many of them don't know how to come out and talk. If you go through the oath, it's something that is going to, our people must understand very well, because they need to understand this. They need to come out from their own hiding place and challenge the things that are making them to be dying every single day, every minute and every hour. Many of them are dying inside their bedroom. They cannot be able to speak against the atrocity that are happening to them in Biafra land. As my own brother talk about the atrocity that are going in Biafra land, the threat that are going in Biafra land, the threat that are going outside Biafra land. We cannot keep quiet. We cannot be able to stand and be afraid of the threat. It's no longer the time of anybody to be afraid of the threat. The threat must be there. But we are here to make sure that we speak up. We stand shoulder to shoulder, because it's something that all of us have to do collectively to make sure that our land must be at peace, because there's a lot of atrocity that going on in our land. People are being murdered, people are being killed, people are being suffered every day by day. People are being threatened. People cannot be able to speak. And when they want to come out and say something, they think that the oath will kill them. No, the oath will not kill you again. The one that is calling himself a leader has betrayed the oath before you. Go back to the oath and study it very well. He will not betray you. He will not say the struggle. He have sold the struggle. He have betrayed you. He said that he cannot be able to endanger the life of his own fellow brother. But now what is going on in Biafra land? Where is Akawara? So many people, even the one that he published his picture, him as a leader. I want you to understand something. He published a picture of his own fellow brother, obituary. He announced it. How can there somebody that be under oath with somebody like that and publish the picture of a man, his own fellow brother, is dead? That is what I want you to understand. The oath is no longer working. And he cannot sell the struggle. He sold it. All of you are seeing what is going on. Now we have removed your name from everything that concerning the Biafra. He threatened everyone in UK. He told them they are rats in the cage. Everybody come out voluntarily to make sure that, because they love the freedom of our people. If they did not love the freedom of our people, how can somebody come and talk to them anyhow? Nnamdi Kanu don't have a right to talk to them anyhow he likes, because of the love of freedom. That's why all those men, women, children came out to make sure that they support the freedom of our people. And he said that he will not danger. He will not go astray against them. But what is happening in UK? What is happening in Biafra land? What is happening all over the world? And Biafra is a place that everybody wants to have a freedom of expression, a freedom of speak. But now you don't have that again. Whenever you say your own opinion, it's no longer working. You see the tissue in the toilet will come and attack you to threaten your life. The oath is no longer functioning. That's what you have to understand. That's what we are making you to understand tonight, so that you can be able to know that the one so-called the Almighty, the supremacy, has betrayed the oath. As long as the supremacy of Nnamdi Kanu, whatever they call him, has betrayed the oath is no longer effective on you. It cannot be any. You don't need to panic concerning that area. Concerning the threat, don't hide. Come out and speak, so that you will not be able to die when your days have not yet. You must come out and talk. Keeping quiet, it means you are going to die early. But if you are here out there, forget about whatever name they will call you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. As long as you still remember we are whiter than whiter, it's a time for you to stand on a truth. Because truth is the only thing that will set you free. If you see atrocity, if you see injustice, if you see evil and keep quiet, then it's the only thing that can be able to make you to be go sleep early death. But if you stand up and say enough is enough, all of us need freedom. Whether the name they call it, we must do it together. One man cannot be able to give us freedom. One man cannot be able to do it. He said he will stand in the front and lead the army. Where is him? That's the best question. We must keep asking those questions. And what we are encouraging our people, everyone from riverine area, from upland area, our neighboring people, all of us must join hands and make sure that we work together to bring down even the constitution, whatever we are going to do. Because whenever we bring down the constitution, it means we are going to have even also a referendum in it. If you can understand the game, we must make sure that we bring Nigeria to their knees. It's a collective effort, not one man, not imposing war to us. Never, don't forget that oath has tampered. The oath is no longer functioning. If it's something that making you to be afraid, I would love to hand over, because if you allow me to continue, I will continue, but I would love to hand over the mic back to the moderator, Ansela Mudoe, so that others can be able to bring their own contribution. Diopa Ansela, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a brilliant one indeed, and we appreciate your contribution. We have to move to the next person, Diopa Eric. Before I hand over to you, I would like you to go deeper into this issue of the type of treatment that has been going on in Biafra land and the way forward. Is very, very important that we know the way forward, because our people need hope. We need to give them hope that all hope is not lost. Everything that is damaged can be fixed. So we need the way forward, more especially on those that have been afflicted by the injuries of the Nigerian government, and also the air fighting that has been affected so many of our people, courtesy of the unnecessary instruction made by as directed by the leadership of IPOB under Mazen Namdekan, because he is the one who is in charge. Whatever that happens that goes wrong, we have to refer it to him. Except he comes up and clarify himself and exempt himself from it, then we know who is the person doing it. But like I said, we can't keep on dwelling on blames. Let's also seek for solution to give our people hope and make sure that we work towards what we are saying, and not to be talking. Please, by Eric, can you come in and throw in some light on this issue?
Good day, dear friends. My name is Chukwudi Eric from Anyama Province, Ekaland Agbo. I want to encourage my fellow Biafrans. If you are a true Biafran and you love freedom, this is the right time for we all to come together, put our head together, and fight this evil. Because this is evil. What I'm seeing now is evil. It's not ordinary, it's evil. And we must put our head together and join hands and fight the evil, and we correct our mistake. We discuss the issue of Biafra, how Biafra will look like. We go into proper dialogue. I believe that through the issue of injustice going on, all these things started from the time of Rita Nebogo. When Rita Nebogo was a coordinator, all those things, and most of us don't believe what our people are saying because we still trust this IPOP leadership, believing that we need freedom. Nobody wants to come out and challenge this struggle because of we need freedom. Nobody wants to talk. And so many of us keep quiet so long. But now, this is the right time. I'm very happy what is happening today. I'm very, very happy. I really want to appreciate our leader, Dokpa Uchemefo, and our father, Dokpo Bidebienu, and our Dokpa Jojo Onyibe, and some of our other comrades, Dokpa Dr. Kado, Dokpa Okuyonwuka, Dokpa Chris, Dokpa Chibuzo. I really appreciate you guys' efforts. I really appreciate you all. May God continue to strengthen you people. This issue of oath, this oath paper we took from IPOB, in fact, that is not my major problem. Now, my major problem now is this blood oath they are giving our people. We are talking about paper oath, and people are still scared to come out and talk. People are still afraid to come out and speak their mind because of paper oath. And now they are trying to force our people into blood oath. According to our leader yesterday, he said something concerning this blood oath. He said this blood oath is still going on. It's still going on underground. And this is the right time for we all to reject this blood oath. Biafrans need to reject this blood oath, because if this man succeeds to give our people blood oath, in fact, no need to talk about Biafra anymore, because nobody will come out and speak. People are so scared to come out and speak because of paper oath. Talk less of when you made them succeed to give them blood oath. Biafrans need to wake up. We need to wake up, because when we are talking about injustice, we are facing injustice because of this oath. Even when people are dying because of this oath, people are so scared to come out and challenge this evil. Even when they are rotting in the prison, nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to say anything. Because, like the issue of Akuwara, I know very well that if Akuwara open mouth, some of the order Nnamdi Kanu have given to Akuwara, and Akuwara execute them. If Akuwara open mouth, Nnamdi Kanu will end up in shame and disgrace. But because of the oath, the young man kept quiet and begin to face the penalty. Nnamdi Kanu know very well, because he knows Akuwara very well. He knows Akuwara. He knows some of things Akuwara did for us, because Akuwara was a very great fighter to defend Biafra land. And now you come on air and call Akowara a kidnapper. Somebody who has been serving you for good, let me say 8 years or 7 years. 8 years or 8 years above. You call him a kidnapper. Which means you are the leader of the kidnapping group.
But Eric, sorry for interrupting you. I want to know, what do you understand? What is the reason for this oath taking? What is the reason? What is the sole purpose of this oath taking? I want to know. Do you know the reason?
To my own understanding, because like if anybody like in a marriage now, in a marriage, husband and wife, if husband succeed to give the man the woman oath, anything that comes out of the marriage, the woman will not have say. Unless the woman run to the family and tell them, my people, look at what I'm facing in my husband's house, and I don't want this thing to continue. You people should come out. You people should come out and assist me. That is the only way the lady will be free. And our people should come out now and cry out, because this blood oath is going to put our people life in more in danger. Our people life is going, in fact, this man is damaging the life of Biafrans. Because when they give you oath, even when you see the person kill someone, you will not open mouth and say anything because of the oath. You are scared of the oath. Even when you see the person committing atrocity, you cannot be able to challenge the person because of the oath. That's what I understand about this oath. This man is just forcing our people to take this oath so that everybody will be under him. Even when he is committing atrocity, nobody will come and challenge him. Even when he's committing evil, even if you like catch him red-handed, you cannot be able to challenge him. That's the reason this man is giving our people oath. There is no any other thing about this oath issue.
You know why I asked this question is because all the people that he has administered oath, all of them are saboteurs now. So now, and the time they were giving that oath, from what I learned, it was to trust them. It was to make sure that they will not betray. It was to make sure that they will not become a saboteur. But it's like the oath is making them to be saboteurs. So I don't know whether the oath is working vice versa. That's why I'm asking this question.
My brother, thank you very much for this question. That is your own belief. That is your own belief that we are taking this oath to defend Biafra. But the person who initiated this oath, that is one, he have a different agenda. Yes, he initiated this oath to our people that if I succeed to give them oath, I will move on with my own mission. Nobody will say anything again, because if they say something, oath will kill them. But we, the people who are taking the oath, believe that we are defending the Biafra struggle. You see that the person we are following, he have a different agenda. We, the people, the Biafrans, have a different vision and a different agenda by taking this oath. Our people need to understand something. Our people need to
You tell somebody to take oath so that there will be trust. After that person has taken oath, you expel that person. Did you expel the oath? I'm asking. When you are expelling that person from the struggle, you leave the oath. You are telling the person, remember you take an oath, and you expel the person. Something is wrong somewhere.
But he never expect the money. He never expect the money that come from the person he expect. He want the money.
You see the issue now. Look at what happened to our fathers, our brothers, our sisters in UK. This man disgraced our people in UK, called them different type of name, and the man issue order on radio, transfer. transfer the IPOP money to Germany. If you want to close the UK account, close it. Transfer the whole money to Germany. When you spare the people, when you spare the people, dismiss them, you is supposed to dismiss the money too. To show you that this man is after money. It's not after our freedom. It's after money. Everything the Kanu is doing for our people is all about money, 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 money.
From what I learned in Catholic, they said I can easily speak in Igbo language. They said iju ekwensu, iju otutu na nlafu niile. I don't know if you hear what I said.
I understand. He said if you reject devil, reject everything that concerns the devil.
Everything that comes from devil must be rejected.
Yes.
But now they can rejected a UK IPOB, but he did not reject their money. He want their money. So there is problem. There is problems. There is Judas. There is Judas among the 12 apostles. There is Judas.
No problem.
There is Judas.
So let me rest my case here, and so that our other people, my sister, can be able to contribute. I'm the other of my brother. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir. God bless Biafra all over the world.
Thank you. Stand by. The next in line, I don't know if you have introduced yourself. I didn't hear when you introduced yourself. Can you come in and throw some light for us? And I would also like you to deal more on the issue of our people who has been made to be refugees in their own land, and they were not asked to throw away their SIM card and their phones, break their phones. So I don't know, after throwing away their SIM card and break their phones, are they going to break their houses also? Because they know how Nigeria works. When you throw away your SIM card, throw away your phones, you have to break your house also. And otherwise, there is a language they used to say, Onyibe. So I don't know if you are here. I don't know. I think there's network problem here. Are you with us? Can you hear us?
I think we lost him. We lost him. Maybe go to our sister.
Okay. Next person. Ada Biafra, where?
I know.
Yeah, you know.
Good evening again, Biafran lovers of freedom.
Before you continue, this boat is in your place. They are taking it. They started initiating it from Abakaliki.
But I will talk about it. I want to thank Dr. Onyibe for giving us this child of circumstance, Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio. For us that have liberated ourselves, because all these things is in our hands to liberate ourselves from that. All those things we have put ourselves into. I want to thank him enough for God will bless him for keeping this radio for us to talk. Concerning oaths, I don't know if I may ask. I wanted, it's just that network disturbed me one day. I was joining Dr. Onyibe to broadcast. That day I wanted to ask if truly Nnamdi Kanu takes that oath, if he goes to the meeting. Because maybe he gave us that oath and put his name. You know that the way that oath is that his name is that we will restore Biafra under him. We did not say we will restore Biafra under Chukwu Okike Abiam. You know, when eyes opens, you will begin to analyze some certain things. You see, that oath is not that we will restore Biafra under the name of Chukwukikabiyama or under the name of Biafra or under the tradition of Biafra, but under him. And I don't think he takes that oath. Because if he takes that oath connects to a family, to generation unborn, to everything concerning your lineage as a person. So I don't think he takes that oath. That is why he was able to betray us to that level, to the level of victimizing us. Because if he take that oath, that truth that he will promise to say, and that we will not betray any of our brothers, any Biafran, is not even those that in the family, any Biafran, we swear that ought to protect all the Biafran people, not even IPOB family members. So that's how I see it. I don't know if another person see that in the way I see it. That oath connects to even that those people he calls idiots in the radio. That oath connects that we will protect any Biafra working assiduously for the restoration of Biafra. That means that oath protects everybody in Biafra land. As long as you are a Biafra, that oath protects you. But what I don't know is if he takes that oath. Because if he ever for one day take that oath, he will not do that. He wouldn't have done that. And now I believe that he lied to us, that he first went to Arochukwu and take oath to protect all of us. Maybe he went there and tell the man, because nobody followed him now, and the thing is not taped, the thing is not videoed. So maybe he went there and tell the man to give him that paper, that after we take it. But one thing he don't know, that what we are doing is more spiritual than physical. And he don't know that he will be the one that will suffer everything. Because we that are here, me that are talking, I never lie. I never betray any of my brothers. I protect them. I protect my sisters. I tell them the truth. That's what I said when they are victimizing our people during that EndSARS. I was calling the ones I know. I told them, don't go to this EndSARS. There is a time that will reach, then we can go out. You see that when he hijacked that EndSARS to victimize us, because I don't know, maybe he's in test of blood, to use that blood and make himself more powerful. Because during that EndSARS he hijacked and started commanding, in Yoruba land, they did not go to any police station. They did not destroy their properties. They did not. Only our people, because we believe that what he was saying will help us. The reason I was not a victim of that EndSARS is because I weighed the thing. I said, this is not something concerning a Biafra restoration. No, what I said is, I will restore Biafra in truth and in honesty. I am not part of Nigeria. I can't join Nigerians to end their police brutality. Let them keep on fighting, because I know that Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, they are Nigerians. They behave the same. If you see them in spiritual realm, they behave the same. They are not white like us. They are not saying truth like us. Biafrans can stand and say the truth even when they are dying. They will be saying the same truth. But they themselves, they are not like that. So I was like, these people are Nigerians. They are not us. We are not the same. So let them fight their battles. Let them try and keep their country very well. I doesn't count myself as a Nigeria. Even since many years before I know that IPOB exists in 2012, I have already rejected that. I doesn't pray for Nigeria. If I'm in the church, they are praying for Nigeria. I will remember the vision that God showed me, and He will tell me to be praying. There is one song that a man of God sung, an American man. He said, "Tell God the country that you want to be, and ask Him for that country, and He will give it to you." That is my prayer since many years before I saw Radio Biafra London in 2012 and connected with Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefo, and everybody we started talking and everybody started going on social media. But what I am saying is, during that NSAS, he deliberately victimized our people, because that command he was giving, only this side was obeying it. Yoruba people did not obey it. Hausa people did not obey it. Fulani did not obey it if they have a land where they are living as their own community. They did only us obeyed that command. And we died. If everybody can be truthful to themselves, let us go to our communities one by one. Everyone should go to their communities and ask how many people died during that NSAS. You see, it's many. You go near forest, you will be hearing smells. No human being can smell. Smells of people that was killed and thrown inside borrow pits. They killed Ebony youth. They killed wheelbarrow pushers. They killed sweet sellers. Not especially in Enugu. They did not even kill Ebony youth in Ebony during NSAS the way they killed them in Enugu. They killed, oh God. And you see Lobibu, he was like, if you come there, we will decimate you. Meanwhile, these children, they don't have any money. The small money they have in their bag, they use it in their pocket. They use it to go and wallow Odeshi. Odeshi, that the people that are coming for them, do you know the work they do? Those children will think that thing will protect them. That's the end. They will just die like that. That's how he victims us. And now, he noticed that after that NSAS, then when he launched ESN, I know that nobody, I know that one, that even those children that he carried and go to that camp, I don't know where they went to that camp, and he raised the dragon flag and the snake and the rest of the dragon. They don't even know that he's going to launch them as a security network. For many that I heard from their mouth, none of them knew that he's going to launch it. Now, these children now was like, what is happening? Now he came and launched it. When he finished launching it, he found out that those children, all of them have gone to their houses. Maybe they are trying to come together again to answer that name that he has launched, because they took him to be a good leader. Now, they have gone to the houses anyway, but he found out that that thing could not get those children killed so that he can drink blood the way he drank in Ed's house. Now he started inserting it in Olo. We are here. The police came. They came to shoot us. We shoot them. We shoot them. Their car. We seize it. Now, this Bratai said, okay, if you have ESN, now bring them somewhere. Let's arrange. Let them and my team, that according to the man, to the Bratai, let them and my team fight and know who is greater. He did not care to do that one. He did not care to challenge the man. He just started inciting that violence in Olo, and starting it, and keep on talking about it. You see that Charles Aluminium. You see how they threaten that man and say, because he saved one soldier, Igbo soldier, your own brother. They say they will burn that company down. They will burn that company down. I will burn that company down. He was somewhere doing that thing. Then, when they see that those things, hope now, hope no, they give the Jagaban Nkia Kunu or Buku Nwoki Kenkia. He doesn't care about them. He doesn't care about us. He didn't know that he shouldn't have called to be killing innocent people. Now, the army came. They started killing innocent people. Blood started flowing in all now. They kept calm because they have taken some blood. Now they noticed that, but before then, that for own don't rise, the thing don't rise. If they are doing on this side, they will be doing on this side, they will be doing on this side, so that everybody will be confused at the same time, so that you will not know where to focus. Now, they are doing that one. Then thank God for that for own. The thing opened so many of us eye. We started asking questions. We started asking questions in different ways, in prayers, in everything. We started asking questions. That is where they are now. Those innocent people now have become victims in Olo. They now started crying. And they came to kill us. They came to kill us. But one thing is that we are ignorant. I don't know if it's because we are not educated. We are ignorant. And that our ignorance now made us to believe that he is still fighting for freedom. If not for this Edopa Uchemafo case, we wouldn't have known that Nad is no longer fighting for freedom. We thank Chukwu Okabim because you know that Chukwu Okabim has a way of saving his children. He said he will save his children from the end of the earth. He will gather them and save us. Now they bring that case. That case is what made our eyes to be open, to know that we are doing nothing. Now come to break the phone, destroy SIM card, go away from your house. If you know you have worked for IPOB, the number you write there, remove it, throw it away, break your phone. You know that he's now working with Nigerian government. is this one that shows very, very, very well that is working with Nigerian government, and is the one that do show. You know that there are no training ground again for these volunteer children, volunteer of IPOB in Biafra land again. All their camps from Ebonyi to anywhere you can name of, they have been invaded. From Enugu to Ebonyi, the day they invaded Ebonyi, I think 10 died immediately there. Ebonyi training camp, and that one did not carry any weight too, because they tried to cover it up. I saw so many of them. Some are crying, some were wounded, some being killed on that very day. You know that because he's working with Nigerian government, I will soon stop. Oh, just give me some minutes again to explain that destroy of the phone.
I just wanted to interrupt you a little bit.
Okay.
Mother of na Ifene na Abakaliki, our young men are they still remaining or they have finished?
Yes, because as of that time that I noticed what he was doing, I started calling the people that I have their numbers. I started calling them. Some of them, many of them are telling me that that they told them that they are coming to gather them and went somewhere, that they are going to fight Fulani. There is no Fulani. They wanted to gather those boys and went and killed them. So I told them that no, you people shouldn't go. And before then, they are planning of that blood oath, and the thing scattered. They started quarreling within themselves. You know, Chukwuka knows how to save his children. They started quarreling within themselves. This one, how do you know who carry HIV/AIDS? So this become an issue. They scattered it. They said they are no longer going to take that oath. Now, all those oaths that we take is in the head of Martin, and he will suffer it. He alone will suffer it. Now, that phone he said that told us to destroy is he waked Nigeria. There is no machine for indicating people where they are. If not, how many criminals have they indicated their houses that they use for? Even those that was kidnapped, some will be killed. How many have they indicated where they are living and the SIM card? Are they not using the SIM card to call? They are using bank account. They are using everything. This thing is just to show them how, if they come and cut one of us, they will go and kill us. You will say, after all, I told you to destroy your phone. This is another place, another coup. You know, he finished saying it and said, anybody they caught, that IPOB will not come for the person. That is the final word he said that day. That anybody they caught, IPOB will not come for the person. So now that they have called Ebonyi state coordinator or whoever, now nobody will go for him because maybe he did not destroy his phone. They will put hand there and let him stay and suffer. If he come out alive, fine. If he didn't come out alive, fine. And this thing we are saying, you know that going to meetings, paying this monthly due with small things we are doing have driven us, have made us not to take care of our business one by one. We are in poverty in Biafra land as I'm talking to you. because you will go from this place to this place, you go and pay, you go and collect, you go and pay, you're trying to go and pay to Germany, you go to this in the night, you try to listen to radio, you buy a recharge card, you put data. There is no Wi-Fi here that we can use and do some things freely. All those things is what we are doing to ourselves. The Christian that they killed in during EndSARS, he was owing me money. He told me he was owing so many. He died. They put us in poverty. And we thought we are fighting for Biafra with him, not knowing that he was just busy showing Nigeria how to kill us, how to kill us, how to kill us, how to kill us. And I asked myself, if they finish killing all of us, so he can come to live in Biafra land, Abi? No. And that is why Chukwuka Abiyama raised this issue, so that they will start calling every people saboteur, all of us saboteur, fallen angel, saboteur.
God will thank Ucheme for I will call him our grandpa.
I call him a strong man, a strong man. I've been calling him a strong man since day one. I noticed the man.
If he never spoke out, how will we start? You understand? How will we start? At least it gives some hope. At least that someone who knows everything and how it's been done has decided to speak out to say, no, this is not our initial plan. This is not our initial agreement. The area we are heading, and they are trying to force us to agree that this is what we planned. I listened to his broadcast when he said that the leaders of IPOB has invested him all the power to do everything necessary within his power to restore Biafra. And later, I think I will ask our leader, Onyibe, to explain to us, when did they invest him with every power necessary to restore Biafra, to do anything which is in his power? Because he said that they give him that power. So I want to know who that gave him that power. But before we come to that, let's go to the next person who has not spoken. I think he is back. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what you know about what we're saying today?
Okay. Good evening, Biafrans. My name is Awole Emmanuel, and I am from Anyama province of Biafra land, and I reside here in United Arab Emirates. And I think good evening, brother, and brother Diapa George Onyibe and Diapa Ushimofo, Diapa Obido Benu, and other Biafrans listening all over the world. And my brother, I want to quickly chip into what you just said now about they gave him all the power, even the power to, so they gave him the power to kill our people, only in the name of fighting for our freedom. Because that's what we have to ask as well. Did they give him the power to kill our people, only in the name of fighting for our freedom? And if they did, so after killing our people, and there's no one left, who is he going to rule? Is he going to rule animal, goat, or what? Because this is one of the things we should consider as well. That we made someone just a leader, because it's as in the ways. The only time in history we try to do this, to break that divine principle, we ended up making a demigod that nobody can talk to. And I also want to chip in the aspect of break your phone, do this one, break your SIM card. Has Fineboy destroyed his own phone and SIM card? Fineboy, his own brother, has he destroyed his own? Because this one thing people should be asking, or is if I'm not a part of the people collecting the money, so why has he not destroyed his own phone and SIM card, then drop that jeep Obiano gave him, and go inside the bush as well and put Omo in his mouth as well, so he won't talk. Our people must start to reason and remove emotion, because one of the problem our people have is emotion. They attach emotion in everything. Without, they don't think all they do is attach one useless emotion. We are too emotional when it comes to this Biafra struggle, and that is one of the things killing our people. They die ignorantly. Somebody come on air and he preach violence, which is out of the initial plan we had. Come. Then when they come, yeah, you say you come on air again and start crying. They are killing us. So when we start what type of nonsense madness? When I share Yusufu say this now about a victim mentality, that our people always play victim mentality, and that it is true. When I saw the thing, I laughed. This lady, you studied Nnamdi Kanu very well. You propagate violence on air. Then when the military come or the police, you come on air to play victim mentality, so that the international community will withdraw, start sympathizing with us. Why he's the one causing all this problem? Why must we come on air to expose everything we do? My problem is not about the violence that is shouting and ranting on air now. The problem is this aspect of killing our people, killing our own people. We are no longer fighting Fulani. It's a private militia. ESN. It's a private business of Nnamdi Kanu. They now use it to kill anybody who oppose them. If you don't agree with them, they come after you. My brother, is that the kind of Biafra we seek for? So all these people that have died for years, how is this the kind of Biafra they died for? That Biafra, you don't have any say. I'm God. I decide who lives and who dies. I defended this guy. Yes, even when he made some utterances, I defended him. Thinking that maybe no man is perfect. That all those things it was just maybe out of because he was angry and all that, thinking that he was fighting for our freedom, not knowing that I was defending a crook, a rogue, Unushi. I was purely defending a rogue until I saw the truth. When he labeled him for a song, so under our watch, he saw our radio. And the next day, he still used the same radio to preach. Come on, people, come on. Oh, come on, who did this to us? We have to learn everything this guy taught our people. They have to unlearn it and start afresh. He lied to us about science, sealed and delivered. What was science, sealed and delivered? We don't know. Since 2019 till date. ESN is everywhere. It will give them ultimatum Fulani 14 days. These are over more than many weeks ago now. Is Fulani not in our land? All he do now is he try to use one or two things to distract our people attention, keep their brain occupied. Now they are fasting. After this 40 days fasting or whatever, you will still look for one or two things. You use it to occupy their mind. Now break your phone to keep their mind occupied with nonsense, so they won't think straight and ask questions. The people in UK rose up to ask questions, at least to know what is happening. He came on air and called the rats in a cage. People's father, people's uncle, people's mother, people's brothers, people's sisters, people that work very hard to contribute to grow this struggle. He called them rats in a cage. What kind of is there any insult more bigger than that one? He insulted them publicly and you are going behind to beg them, hey, send our money to Germany. The money you gave them or what? Why people must begin to reason? And you that they are sending into the bush, his own sister is in Nigerian police, so and they are telling you to go and take oath. The sister will first and foremost take the oath with the fine boy first that they will not betray our people first, because we want to know where the sister really belongs to. Is it the Biafra or Nigeria? The sister will take the oath. Then when the sister finish, let fine boy take the oath as well. The paper oath they gave us, my brother, our people, Kaliwale, the paper oath, forget about it. Forget about it. It's not working. It's not gonna kill you. He has bastardized it, destroyed within himself when he started to betray the struggle and selling our brothers out. When they expect people, they put their address, put their picture online. So putting their picture and address online, what are you telling them? That Nigeria, after sabotaging them, when they have served you faithfully, you sabotage and send them. People are not asking, nobody is asking question about Akuwara. Nobody is asking because somebody said he's a kidnapper without evidence. Is Nnamdi Kanu a judge? Where is the evidence that Akuwara is so he declare him guilty before the law? So Nnamdi Kanu is now a judge as well.
Sorry for interrupting you. If you have a son and their son now become a kidnapper and they are looking for him to kill him, will you hand him over to the enemies to kill him?
My brother, to be sincere, I won't.
Okay. Continue.
So Akuwara is now a kidnapper after he has helped you. He labored for you for years. He built for you for years. Maybe he discover your evil plans and disagree. Then suddenly he becomes a kidnapper. Eh? And these guys, nobody know his whereabouts now. Nobody knows his whereabouts. He didn't even think about his wife, his children, the mother, the father, his siblings. How they will feel. A breadwinner of the family, you try to send him to early grave. Is that the kind of Biafra we want? Instead, that type of Biafra will come. My brother, let us know in Nigeria. The day Fulani finish killing us, and they should tell them take over our land than that type of Biafra to come. How can this man be heartless? Akuwara is a kidnapper. The day he made the statement, I agree. Until I started getting different message from people pleading that our leaders should look into it. Akuwara is innocent. He cannot be. This is a bricklayer. He has no car. I even doubt if he has any bike at all. And how can such person be a kidnapper for crying out loud? Then you came out and
Thank you, my
occupy our
brother.
people's mind.
I think
It's evil.
you have made a point here. The issue of Akuwara cannot be swept under the carpet because it is the evidence we have, the better at hand. This is what we have at hand now, and I think wherever he was, his spirit, dead or alive, is crying for vengeance. You understand? Because a lot has been happening, and not everybody you can get rid of. Not everybody. I said not everybody. Yeah, that is how they speak it in Igbo language. That one day, in English, they say one day monkey go market, go return. You understand? As it stands now, Nnamdi Kanu is busy going from hiding from one corner to the other, trying to deceive our people, trying to let them know that nothing is happening, all is well. He has teach his brother that one that is lifting weight in abroad, telling people that he's preparing for war. He has teach him how to do praise and worship on his program. They have moved from sensitizing our people now to praise and worship and fasting and prayer. That is what they are doing now. I have said this thing before. These people they studied the. If I'm saying this people, it looks like there is people that we don't know. Mazin Namdekan has studied how he did it for years, as he said, and he has arrived to a conclusion that use religion and belief to control the minds of our people. And that is why, at the moment he came first, he introduced Judaism for everybody. And this was the religion of our forefathers. I'm not there during our forefathers to know whether they are practicing Judaism or not, because I know so many religion has come and gone. Judaism is not the first religion, and it won't be the last religion. So, but he harnessed this exploitation of the West to use the religion and belief to control the mindset of our people. Even the most timid one, the moment you say God will do it, the person will believe you. And he comes to them with God will do it. By the name of Elohim, everything will be fine. Everybody is following him. Elohim, Elohim is what he's calling. Till today, he has used that name to lie and lie and lie and lie. He lie past Lai Muhammad. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Our people don't know that this man has lied more than Lai Muhammad. In fact, Lai Muhammad is a saint. If two of them must die now, God will receive the soul of Lai Muhammad. And for him, I don't know what will actually be his fate, because he has not only deceived our people, he has destroyed the future of so many youth who they are the set of absent minded. They don't even know what they don't have choice anymore. They don't know whether to go front or back anymore. Those that you have destroyed their source of livelihood. He has introduced a divide and rule. All the mechanism that was used by the colonial masters against us, he doubled it. And so many of our people do not seem to understand this. Okay, can you imagine how big his arrogancy has gotten, to the essence of trying to belittle the so IPOB UK, the whole IPOB UK as a whole, belittle them in public, on air, calling them supposed responsible people. Come on. Our people should read the handwriting on the wall. God is trying to help us. He's trying to help us through his mouth for him to vomit that nonsense that he's hiding. But so many of our people are dormant. They don't want to pick up from what is going on. And
Mazi, I just want to interrupt you with something. You know, you bring something to my closet. When you when you mention rat in a cage, if you can be able to understand it very well, it's not only the UK people is calling rat in the cage. You see, it's called all the whole IPOPS. Wherever you are in the whole world, he called you rat in the cage because he's the cat that eats the rat in the cage. He's eating all of them one after the other. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is doing to our people. That's why whenever you want to raise up in Biafra land, because of the oath, he as a big cat, he ate you, he kill you. That is what he's doing. He called all the himself full of him, because he normally say black people are full. All the whole people he call fools are IPOB member. He don't ask question. Have you ever seen IPOB member ask question? They are the one he called fool indirectly. He called them fool. Now he called them rat again.
My dear brother, you know our people are not following. Ọkụkọ fụrụ ebe a na-aba n'ọkwa. Ọkụkọ fụrụ ebe a na-aba n'ọkwa. Mana ọka nke ya ga-adị. If UK IPOB is rat in the cage, automatically we all know that after ndị nga nketa, onye tara ahụ amara, you understand? So, it's only if you are a fool, as he used to address some people, you will not understand that if UK IPOB is a rat, and you were not there to see how they managed to become a rat. It's possible that you might be a rat waiting to be in the cage. Maybe you are not yet in the cage. Maybe the difference between us, those that have not been called rats in the cage, is because they are not yet in the cage, but they are rats outside the cage. So by the time you enter inside the cage, then you become a rat in the cage.
My brother, sorry to interrupt, it's me, my Willie.
Continue.
Yeah. You know what this guy is practically doing now is damage control. But the more they try to apply that damage control, the more he damage more things. He came on air to call people UK rat in a cage just to try to do that damage control. He ended up destroying more things. You know that if you like go inside that bottom of Atlantic Ocean and eat banana, my brother, that banana tree will still come up on top of the ocean. He's trying to hide his evil. Yes, he did. That's why he's expelling them, cross them down. The thing will come back to him. I want to continue.
Ade Uchi Afrimaka. Some people answer that the situation whereby the leadership of IPOB has found itself is based on when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. He has no plan. Those who give him advice of things to be done, he don't regard them simply because he has no plan for our future. He has no plan for our freedom. He has plans for his pocket. This thing is very simple. I listened to palliative when he was issuing that we are giving palliative. He didn't say we. He said I am giving 50 million for palliative. Where did he get that money from? He said it's our money. What does he have? He has nothing. Everything he has is us. But he come on air to give his 50 million and the other millions of his money, not our money. That man is too arrogant to be our leader. He cannot make it. I know when he lost the battle. We are not here to criticize him. We are here to analyze what is going on. He has lost his way from the beginning. When he traveled from UK to Nigeria without informing any members of IPOB where he is going. That man planned everything he is doing from the word go. He planned everything. It's a plan. Let me be honest to myself. I am suspecting everybody that is having dealings with him. It doesn't matter what you say in public. Behind and knock boom, they are the one coming out to ask Onyibe. So, even the most respected in the Senate has the questions to answer if we go deep. Yes, you are speaking up for our people, but you have not been able to act for our people because it's easier said than done. You can go to the floor of the Senate and the House and the art movie. After art movie, you close it there. That is a fact. So we are tired of hearing gospel. We are tired of gospel. Any of our politicians who wants to do things in the interest of our people should do it. Do not say it. Do it. The era we are moving now is the era to hold them accountable, not to insult them, but we have to hold them accountable. We have to tell them that they have not done enough. Talking is not enough for us. Please, let us start doing something. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. They have been trying to divide us. That has been the weapon. But we'll keep on uniting ourselves because we are one people. And the only way we can unite ourselves is by telling ourselves the truth. If we keep lying to ourselves, then betrayal will become the order of the day. Because the moment your brother discovers that you are not telling him the truth, then he will start betraying you. You see. So, but in this struggle, only one man is right. Everything he says is right. He has always been right. And other people are not right. Remember, all of us can never be right. Only him is right. If you want to be famous, you must mention his name. Then you become famous. This is the type of doctrine that has been impacted in the life of our people. Please, Mazi, can you just wedge in? Please, perfect.
Thank you very much, my brother. You know, all these things you have been, but we are here to make sure that our people understand the implication, the thing that is in our the predicament, the problem in our land. We just try to bring our people back home, let them understand the oath has been bastardized, because the oath is no longer working on you. You must understand, as long as you didn't go for that blood-taking oath, if it's that paper oath, Nnamdi Kanu is using to cage you, remove yourself out of that oath and stand up like Onyibe, stand up like our brother from a riverine area, in case we are from that side. It's a time for all of us to stand up like a man, a warrior, because all of us are warriors. No, wow, we don't have emperor in our land. Somebody will come and say that he's the final say. Use a oath to cage you, paper oath. He has already betrayed the oath. That's one thing I want you to understand. And don't you go and destroy your gadget, because Nnamdi Kanu and his brother. Nnamdi Kanu never destroyed their own gadget. He still have the contact of his own brother, the younger brother that is using to operate in Biafra land. They still using cell phone. They still using the same number. All those things that he's saying is just a lie. And if you listen to that broadcast, he said that you people brain, you don't have brain. And the mention was Rike somehow said that he lied to our people. Now he gained weight by lying to our people. You know, when Nnamdi Kanu is talking, he always lie. He said that our people love lie. whatever, lie.
He
Also lie. It means whatever comes.
was leaking the scent. Is a scent to where
No, that's not the canon now. Whenever he wants to say something, he must try to say against somebody. He don't want to say that he is the one that lying to our people. You see, he lie. Our people want to hear lie, and their brain are not. They don't have brain to understand things. That the thing that comes out to his mouth is like toilet. I'm sorry to use that word. You see, it's very. I don't know how to qualify everything that comes out from this man, but let our people understand the oath go contrary against the oath, as my sister said. He cannot be able to do. I don't think so, because that's why he want to cage some people again with a blood oath. But you move yourself. Even I'm censoring a signal what is going on even in South Africa here again. If you came new, they will put you inside one room. I don't know what they are putting you inside one room. Maybe now they have took that blood oath outside across the abroad. In case, I know that some of our people in South Africa, they don't listen. If they are taking you a blood oath in South Africa, be careful. Be careful. Because they can go any length to make you to be their rat. They can go any length to put you in the cage. That is what they are trying to do. But we say no to that. I don't know if our dear Onyibe have something to offer.
I have question for him, and that question it will be the last thing. He will answer that question. But like I was saying before, Owazirike is a saint where it comes to when the heat was too much on him, he lied low. He did not create a militia to start chasing innocent people.
Exactly.
But when the heat was catching up with instead of for him to give way or lie low, he started recruiting thugs to kill innocent people, and which is not right. He wants to destroy our land. As when you gafe na bridge, but ogwe tiji. We all supported him, thinking that he has the interest of our people at heart. Now we discover that he just have to, if he don't know how to do it, just cover his face with shame and hide somewhere. Hide somewhere. On your global, if you don't get money, hide your face. Yeah, because here ndị ọzọ gara ma nnukwu mmụọ nọta aka n'ọgbọ ụmụ nwaanyị abụọ yi aja ọdọ mma. So I don't know if we have taken much of our time. I want to throw one question to our leader here, Dioba Onyibe. This time that he said that, I don't know if you are here with us. Are you listening?
Of course, we go nowhere. We go nowhere.
Dioba Onyibe.
Go ahead, please. With your question.
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
He's on the mood.
I say I am here. We go nowhere. Go ahead with your question.
Okay. There was a time our former leader made broadcast saying that the hierarchy of IPOB has vested him all the necessary powers that he has to do anything within his power to make sure that Biafra comes. So I want to know if you are among those who vested such powers on him, or are you aware of the powers given to him that time?
The point is, when we decide not to let the cat out at this stage, does not mean any of those lies will be covered. As a principal officer as well as member of the DOS, they don't even exist. I used to refer myself to them as audio African rep. So when they did seal and sign, it was emergency meeting in Nandekano call. If you notice his line of lie those period, he came and said, our father say we should not cause Nayamodo. Reasonable brothers have said we should forget about the election. And so he told us, they said we should ignore them, let's leave. But anyway, the document have been sealed, signed, and delivered. And that is where I begin to have problem with him. Because they said, hold on, they said I should go on air and tell our people to go and vote. Nanda Kano told me that. And I said to him, it was on a joint call conversation, and said to him, sir, have you considered? And then he responded to me, are you telling me they will not obey? I said, I've not said so. I ask you a simple question. Have you considered how this action will affect our people? And then he said, then go and do what I ask you to do. From that day, I become a threat. From that day, they begin to emasculate me. And so when you don't even exist, how can you vest power on somebody, the power you don't have? As an African rep, I have to take permission from Biafra Land National before I can do anything. As an African rep, I am bound not to enter IPOB meeting. As an African rep and a member of the DOS, I am bound not to go to Anambra. All of them backed up with memo coming from Chike Doziem, from Onyendu. I kept quiet and I'm looking at them. So, do they exist? They don't. So how could they invest power they don't have? They are writing memo. I wonder why they've not written memo for UK. Thought Nnamdi Kanu was actually fighting for our freedom. Now we know the truth. Those who are slow to learn will soon know the truth. He's only going to be doing drama, one drama. When they say, oh, dragon flag don't come, it looks like Biafra is coming the next day. Now, our invisible fighter, ESM, SMSN, they are working. But they don't exist. These are just stage managed. I don't want to say some things now, but we will say, let them be deceiving themselves while we keep the record for them. Nobody will be allowed to sell the next generation. So to cut the long story short, nobody is in the DOS who have power. When everything, we were even instructed not to inform Mazime for anything. There was a time, all the time they bring name, remove this person, they slip it back through the deputy. And then one day Mazime for say, these people are under your jurisdiction. Are you aware of their removal? I say no. Then who is issuing such order? I say Benjamin Madubugu. And he said, if they cannot go through your office, I will not be announcing them again. I think that is when he became saboteur. Benjamin Madubugu is somewhere and controlling IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu should get ready. What Benjamin Madubugu and Obase and that China Sanwo-Olu will do to him, he has not even prepared. But the point is that all of them are not going anywhere. The world will know them for who they truly are. These are people who give order to bury our people alive. Do they care for you? Do they care for you? Our people come, oh, we are doing praise and worship, praise and worship. He has turned to Yoruba pastor. Sacrophane and Sacraphane didn't work. Arabatarian and Ashabatarian didn't work. Judaism and all of them, it didn't work. Now you people are doing praise worship, hallelujah. I don't know, but we will cure all of our people who are sick eventually. Because this is sickness. Yoruba juju, Nigerian juju is working one side. And some people say, no, don't go there. Why won't we go there? Juju, we shi chenon we lono ma. Unu why egbe, me unu hui me egbe. Soon, everybody will understand that the damage Nnamdi Kanu has done to Biafran people, the fate of those he condemned will be better than his own in the end. Mark my word. I will stop there. There is nothing like DOS. Chike Dozie and the only people that exist is Nnamdi Kanu's sister Nayanya, few of his family relatives in charge of our money. You think when we talk about Chike Dozie and the rest, we don't know what is going on. They actually are not even main, how do I call them? They're just trying to be relevant. You can't be relevant. The same way some people say, Mazime did this, Mazime did this. When Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje Hotel, he has Android phone. He was carrying weight, robbing top jail, including Benjamin and the rest of them. We are they are in prison, they are in prison, they are in prison. And they use Uchimefo, only that will not allow them to make him a scapegoat. You can imagine, sometimes people who are listening should check some things. All of a sudden, I became womanizer, sleeping with people's wife, members of IPOB for that matter. All of a sudden, I become a criminal. All of a sudden, they dedicate the radio to me. Because their plan is, Nnamdi Kanu asked them to rubbish me. He is afraid of competition. Yet he wants a free nation. To do that. And I'm happy everything I'm doing today. I told them I will do it to them. I have not even started because they are dancing naked in the marketplace. Now the canon Nena is going to WhatsApp. Pay your money, or go doshi obodo 1. Please pay your money, or go doshi obodo 2. Okay, obodo nune doshi. Which obodo na don doshi? And our people are jumping about, yeah, I ain't a job Biafra, I ain't choco freedom, but you are a slave. Take freedom in a cho. Freedom without common sense. Everything we did was for a purpose. And all of them expired the moment we accomplished the essence of that very stage. And then we discovered that, we are in UN, we are in America, Donald Trump is addressing us. Do you know how many people who died because we want to draw Donald Trump attention? At the end of all these things, he's collecting money. He's collecting money. And all those recruits hired to assassinate my character on Radio Biafra start to work because we go nowhere. You people are not going anywhere. Let Nnamdi Kanu tell any lie. We are waiting for him because he's a criminal. Now he's threatening Benue governor. Igbo community. Go and come and come out Igbo community in Bayelsa. They need help. Deceiving people. Oh, he's fighting for us. He's doing well for us. Except to Timpu was able to supposedly buy rights of 45 million naira in the name of palliative. And it's okay. He's the one catching people, Tifo. Yahoo freedom fighters. Let me stop there. Nothing like DOS. All those people are tout. Gang of criminals. Gangster. They are all cultists. China Sanworu. Look at all the people yapping on Facebook. They have a warehouse in Kuwait. Well equipped with laptop and printing materials. That is what China Sanworu is doing in Kuwait. So as I'm making brokers now, they will assign like 20 people. Begin to report Onyibe account. Begin to report Uchemefa account. Begin to report them. There are people assigned to do that. There are people assigned to insult me. There are people assigned to, do many things. And our people who are not a kind of well-informed, we say, look at even their program. Everybody is insulting them. You will insult till nothing to insult again. Come out. I just keep them quiet. Ordinary caricature picture of Nnamdi Kanu I make. All the whole recruit in Biafra land are gone. remaining only Kuwait. And you can imagine where we begin to pour their disgrace for all to see. But then, whatever we do now, we're compelled to do it. This is not who we are, and that is not what we want exactly. But if now the kind of action and activity is not reviewed, both all the politicians, both all the monarchs, anybody giving him support, all of you will come back in shame. Because he cares for no one. The way you tell me, do you have the DOS? Who is DOS? Go ahead, please, if there's any other question.
Thank you very much for the conversation that you've given us. I just want to say before you come in.
Okay.
Just regarding the issue that is affecting our people, we have made a very good clarification here, and I want to send a clear message to our monarchs. We are not begging them to do the right thing. The governors and senators who are keeping quiet and all these things are happening. We are not begging them to do something. You see, when they attack police station, they release prisoners. They attack police station, they release prisoners. There is no room, no environment made possible for the rehabilitation of those people who have been released in prison. It's true that there are innocent people who are in those places, but there are a lot of criminals who are there, and they want them. They will join them because they release them. They are planning to criminalize our land. These criminals everywhere, that every land will be criminalized.
My brother,
and turn our land into Somalia.
We are making efforts
and if that
to see
is done,
that thing don't happen.
The governor cannot stay in the state. Remember.
Now let me tell you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing.
Before I forget what I want to say. Now let me tell you. In Ebonyi State now, they are successfully recruiting most of their boys in the name of volunteer. They're going to be responsible for ballots snatching 2023 election. So more than 70% of people now they cannot think he has on ground is working in affiliation with a particular political party. Their duty will be to snatch ballot box come 2023. And they will use all of them and kill all of them. They are going to move to other states. But then every community in Biafra land who is keeping quiet and thinking one Messiah is coming to give you your freedom, get ready for another amalgamation. A society you not get a say. But of course, we will make sure that if you do anyhow in Biafra land, you will see anyhow. For now, let them be jumping up and down that they are saving us. We have been there. And so we are not spectators. We know. All of you jumping up and down now. If you do not retrace your step, you will live in shame. If not for this child of circumstance, though I would have fought back in a very rugged way, but I would have spent more energy. Where are all the people shouting? Josephine Erewa, where are all of you? Let me call your name. Okay, foreign. Emperor Emissary, where are all of you? And of course, even with a heavy heart, where is Pastor Jack who told them I stole transmitter money? All the millions we contributed even here in Biafra. They will come and mount one small one. Hey, Abba is on now. Listen to us. Hey, that is how they do. Deceiving our people. Nandekano is not a thief. So whatever they are doing, criminalizing our place, every community PG, every community CSO, all of you must be alert. Don't say they are fighting for freedom. When the people fighting for freedom come, you will know them. These are just bunch of brood of vipers, bunch of businessmen. Guy yap. Yes, we take over Benue. Yes, we will come out invisible. I tell you, London must divide. London divide, the UK divide, no divide. Waiting consign us. In Aluana and Denuden Kufi. Waiting consign us, London divide, London not divide. Now Nigeria we won't make we divide. Elohim will punish London. Aso Rock is on fire. Go and check how much they are going to rip off from the people of Nigeria in the name of Aso Rock on fire. You would have even been praying, let fire not burn. It's unbelievable. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead if you can hear me.
Like I was saying before, our senators and our governors, they should make the haste where the sun shines, because as the things is going, if nothing is done, what goes around comes around. If you want to release people from the prison, you must make sure you rehabilitate them. And that is the only way there will be no problem. But if there is no system to absorb those that are breaking out of prison, they are going to break prison to increase their criminality, because those who are going to break prison, they are criminals. They break the prison, they cut out weapons, they will use it to go and start robbing innocent people. Let's tell ourselves the truth. What are they, Buhari? Bad thing to get good thing is not done. You can use bad to destroy bad. You can use bad thing to get good thing. If you watch what happened in the Western world, after the Saddam Hussein was used to destroy USSR, Saddam Hussein at last come back to pay them back. Those who use him to destroy the Russia and others, they come back and pay them back, even though it wasn't that so devastating, but there was some cost in return. So, for those who are busy growing criminals, they know monsters, they know that they cannot control, should know that Agartha must come back. About it. If Mazin they cannot succeed and survive abroad with the way and the route I see things are going, it doesn't matter how far, but how well. He will not survive at home. He can go ahead and be threatening people. Nobody will threaten him. But that justice is waiting for him. That is the fact. So, and I am not expecting him to change. I'm only expecting our people. I'm looking up to our people to fasten their seatbelt, to know that if devil can change and repent today and ask God for forgiveness, that God will gladly forgive them. But because it's not possible, it is impossible. It's mission impossible. It's not going to happen. So I'm not expecting our people to think that Nnamdi Kanu will one day change his mind. Any day he comes to you and say, my father, you know, it was a mistake. Know that he did not finish with you. He needs to finish. He made mistake and you need to finish what he did not finish very well. I don't expect you. If you agree with him that my brother is coming from his heart, then you become a stupid person. So I'm advising our people. So the only thing you can do is to reinforce our defense. You don't expect us. We can't do everything. We will do what we can. But this job is for all of us. If you like, keep pretending as a member of IPOB, loyal member. patriotic member of IPOB keep pretending, it will not help. It will not help. It will never help because Ometrini or Metwano. So as we are moving forward, looking for a way to continue to make sure that what we have started, we make sure that it comes to a logical conclusion. What we are asking for is unity of our people because our people are much divided now than ever. And we have made more enemies for ourselves. Self-made. These enemies are self-made. We made them for ourselves. Thinking that we are doing ourselves some good, not knowing that somebody somewhere is driving us to an ocean without a life jacket, no way of survival. So I encourage our people, those who have seen the light, make sure that you will be the light to your neighbor, your friend, your sister, your brother, anywhere you are. Try to preach this gospel because Biafra nation has come to stay. And we, the members, sure that nobody will sell the future of our people again. At this junction, I would like to ask Joba Eric to give us his closing remarks because we are almost more than 2 hours into the program, if not 3 hours. So, can you give us a closing remark and a word of encouragement to our people? Joba Eric. If he's not speaking, Ada Biafra, I think you are here. 1 minute.
Okay, then I want to thank everyone, and I want to thank the Onyibe for giving us this wonderful opportunity to air our view concerning what is happening in Biafra land. And I want to urge all Biafrans to stop being afraid of oaths. Nothing will happen. We are not lying. If you are lying, then you can be afraid of oaths. There is nothing oaths can do to a truthful person. The oath said you will kill those who lie, those who sell their brothers. So it's not for those who are speaking the truth. If you come out, speak the truth, nothing will happen to you. Stop being afraid. That's what I want to encourage all Biafrans all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Awole, Emmanuel, are you here? Can you give us a closing remark and what is encouragement?
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. But please, I have a question before I will give my closing remark to our Diopa.
Very quick.
Okay, Diopa, please, because there are some proven names we see in IPOB, like Emma Powerful, who is the spokesperson. Who is that person? Because I want to know who that Emma Powerful is. Because Emma Powerful can't be someone's name.
It's not the Kano junior brother. His junior brother is Emma Powerful. Not the Kano junior brother. He's not IPOB member. When you call his name, he's not Biafra, no. He's a Nigerian. He's going with Alan Onyema and Awosa Fulani and Yoruba, chopping money across Nigeria and America. We are the one good to go and die. When it's time to collect money, his family members are very active, but Nigerians don't see them as IPOB member. So now the Kano junior brother is a more powerful. Thank you.
Okay, can I go on now?
I think you can go on.
Okay, because the reason why I asked the question, It's for our people to know that he's not fighting for our freedom anymore. Because I think 2 or 3 days ago, he was having meeting with Rivera people. He said it, that is what we are doing now is that we are not fighting for Biafra anymore. He said it in that program he was having with them. We said this consultation. So that is what I want our people that are dying, that thought that they are dying for Biafra, to open their eyes and see the picture clearly. He is saying it with his own mouth, not they say, he said it. And what we are doing now is we are not even fighting for Biafra anymore. That's what he said. So how people you open their eyes. Stop dying out of ignorance. Don't die for what you don't know. Please open your eyes. No, if one person they call everybody for their village, mad people. Make that one person check himself very well, because now be the person with they mad, and now the person now turn around they say that their village people they mad. Everybody that comes in contact with one person and they call them saboteur, we have to check that person calling people saboteur very well to see that that person is the real saboteur. Anybody if we go in contact use you, then he will dump you and label you a saboteur. I people have to open their eyes. Don't die ignorantly for what you don't know about. Don't stop taking the oath you know nothing about. And the one they have given you already, let it end there. It won't hurt you because he has betrayed you. He betrayed the struggle. He betrayed Biafra. He's shopping our hard-earned money, our money. That's what he's using He's using that against our people. Thank you very much, my brothers.
All right, thank you very much. Dear Eric, are you back? Or you are still away? Dear Eric, are you still with us? I think something is wrong that side. Let's move on to the next person, if not the last. Dear Odo Ogele. They are closing the map.
And thank you, Biafra Judge Onyibe, for giving us this wonderful platform to support our people, to make them to understand what is at stake. Ada Biafra, Diapa from Dubai, Diapa Eric, Diapa Emmanuel, I say make a keep strengthening all of us. And Diapa Ucheme for making this avenue, and the pioneer behind the scene, Dr. Kado, Video Bienu, my elder. I salute you, a man that stand on the truth. I salute Solomon, Ebo. I salute a lot of them that I could not be able to mention their name this evening, in this evening edition. And what I have to say to our people, stop hiding. If you are there keeping quiet on the oath, that is when the oath will kill you, because you don't want to speak the truth. Oath make you to understand that you must be outspoken, you must stand on the truth, you must stand whiter than whiter, then nothing will happen to you. The oath that you took has been bastardized by Nnamdi Kanu and his family. He has turned IPOB to their own business empire. He has made you his own rat. He has put you in his own cage. Don't take blood oath. And let me make it clear. During the one broadcast he made with the people in a riverine area, he said, if you can provide 50 men 50 men.
The
But now the
broadcast he
Kano came
made
on
with
there and
the
lied to you that
recruits.
he
The
have over
broadcast,
how many million
the
men
broadcast
in
they made.
in Biafra land. When you talk about Biafra land, you talk about Riverine and
My brother.
And they speak in different languages.
The recruit.
That cover the whole
You are not
in Biafra.
listening. That is the recruit he hired to entertain us. The recruit. He just speak small voice.
No,
Come and
I want to
drink
say
wine.
something. I want to say something. Nnamdi Kanu don't have men. He came on air and tell you he have 2 million men. But now in Riverine area, he's begging for 50 men. You see the lie. He say he have a Eastern Security Network all over. But now he's begging. Can you use your tongues and count your teeth? That the man is doing you Yahoo Yahoo. He's doing you OBT. That is what he's doing to all the old people that think that Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for their freedom. Nnamdi Kanu don't have anything. Our people are realized that he's lying to us. That's why he's going to prison to break prison and works. But I say, don't just stand up and forget about the oath. Come out and speak so that you will save your own generation. That is where I will raise my case. We go nowhere. Thank you very much, Mazi. Answer. Back to you.
We're here. Thank you very much. It has been a wonderful one this evening. It's not easy. We sacrifice our comfort and our sleep. Some of us where we are it's already midnight, almost. So, and if you watch from the other side of the eye, you can see that it's gone past. Some of us are approaching morning, and this sacrifice is for Biafra. It's for our future. It's for the future of our generation. And when we come here we are not Biafran. It's those who see the danger, acknowledge it, that we talk about it. Like I said before, if you ever fail to plan, then you plan to fail. I thank this child of circumstance. I thank all those brain behind the motto that is driving us today. I don't like calling names, but God in heaven knows the good heart of man. But before I leave, on behalf of my crew, get better and not bitter. Most importantly, remember to keep the hope of Biafrans alive. Thank you, Diopa Onyibe.
Thank you very much, my brother. You people have done, millions of thanks, I must say. All of you. Ada Biafra, all of you. And of course, spectators. He said that you are in or you are out. We encourage you to look for the closest Biafra Nation family around you and join them. We keep pushing until justice is done. We keep pushing until everything we desire and look for regarding our people is granted to us. Do not run back from this platform. No matter where you come from as a Biafra. Hand on your gun, your Opobo. Opobo Nkoro, all the way to Robo Shekiri, Abraka Ole, Patani, Itueke Pie, Abua, Adua, Ahuda, Egbeda Obima, Ichi, Ndoke Asa, Arochuku, Okigwe, Itim, Iberi, Ụmụahịa Modike, Mbitoru mba nọ Mbisi Amando Gbankwere Ọlụ, Anyocha Osimiri Ndokwa, Mbọsị Ihiala, Abatete Oba Emenem Ikwo Iza Abakeleke, all of you of Biafra land. Ebake Boto, Ehuyimi, Onu Lichani, all of you. Agatu, Idoma, all of you. You know yourself already. But somehow, like somebody will say, there is a bit of identity crisis. But we know the truth. Because everything we are saying point all of us down to one pyramid. And irrespective of the differences among us now, it's easy to know that we are not different, but part of the whole. Look for the nearest Biafra Nation family and join. Inbox us on this studio WhatsApp or this studio line. We'll follow it up from there. There are a lot of pro-Biafran group out there doing what they can, what they have to do. It is our duty on this platform to ensure we give them the necessary support as far as they are sincere in what they are doing. And of course, there are a lot of people who have become victim of their very occupation, victim of circumstance. Of course, we say we are Biafran Human Rights Radio. We stand for the justice of all Biafrans. Some of you who are afraid of saying the truth because of the oath they give you, it is taken care of already. I keep repeating this word. When the leaders are dishonorable, the people are removed from under oath to obey them. These are divine principles. They didn't make it. Now they cannot know. That is why he's giving them blood oath. And tell your family member not to put their blood in this thing. We have done that already for them. They don't need to do that again. Tell them. Or else when Biafra is restored, you have a nation of zombie loyal to a criminal, a terrorist. Zombie loyal to a tyrant. Not because it's what they want, but because they are under oath to obey him. That nation, we will make sure it never resists. And so why enslave yourself? Everybody is just on their own corner. You are talking. You don't know what is coming. I sign off from here and I thank you for being there. It may eventually cripple all of us. Eka kweji wipu asopolemenya. Yaha njiri ijugeni ijeki wipu asopolemenya. As I sign off from here, I say remain focused. Of course, whatever happened, remain a genuine Biafran, because that is what you are, right from your bed. Good night from here, and God bless you.
It's Marco.
Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going